Good day, I'm Drew and I am raw shook up. I'm ready to do a little recipe here, a dish. Zuchetti Pesto, so you might get an idea from that. It is a take on spaghetti, so the raw version of that. And as you might guess, the main ingredient for this would be pesto sauce. So we'll kind of go through it and give you an idea how to make it. But the main thing that we need to do is start out with the sauce. Now for sauces, I often have a bunch of sauces just in my fridge ready to go throughout the week because it gives me more options and then I'm not scrambling to know, okay, what am I gonna eat? And sometimes that adds a little bit extra stress in your life if you're not sure what the next meal is gonna be like when you're eating like this because everybody else eats a little bit different. So this is a good sauce to have in your fridge. We just need some lemon, garlic, and basil, of course. That's the main flavor that we get. We're gonna put some spinach in it. Spinach is in it. That's right. And some sunflower seeds that have been soaked. I've soaked these for about 2.5 hours. So they're nice and raw. The enzymes are coming out. And then we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil. So what we're gonna need, that's basically the ingredients. We're gonna, a little bit of salt, pepper, and that kind of stuff too. But eventually we'll need a spiralizer. If you don't have one of these, I'd suggest you pick one up. Either that or there's a little one, I don't have it around, a smaller like travel size version that you can use. And we're gonna be using a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, I often use my Vitamix because it works for stuff like that too. I just find that the food processor, it's a little bit easier to get the stuff out of it and work with. You know, it's just easier to clean up. All right, so first thing that we need is, as I said, basil. Basil is what gives it the flavor. So we're gonna give ourselves 1.5 cups of basil. Now that should be kind of like, I've got 28 grams. The 2 of these packages should be plenty. So I just need to wash this a little bit. We're looking for, like I say, we're looking for 1.5 cups. So I'm gonna try and measure that out. So I'm gonna stick those in the good old food processor. And we're ready to go. Okay, next we're gonna go with some spinach. And this one we need 1 cup of spinach. So this is, as you can probably guess, it's gonna be nice and green. We always love green stuff when we're on a raw food diet. I mean, green is life. It's beautiful, everything. Okay, so we're about 1 cup. Just packing it down. It should be packed, you know, to look like a cup. So that's what I'm gonna do. And next up, we want to do some garlic. Now I'd say about a clove and a half of garlic, but if you have a nice, like, this is like, you know, fresh from a farmer's market or whatever. So I've got a nice good sized garlic. That's a nice healthy one. So we're gonna stick that in. Just crush it up a little bit to get it open. And I mean, I don't really care if I smell like garlic. It might keep the vampires away, that's all. That's good. We'll throw that in there. And then as you see, I have the sunflower seeds. We're gonna keep that to the last. Don't put your sunflower seeds in yet. Next, we're gonna go with some lemon juice. I just have a nice little juicer. Otherwise, you could throw it in the juicer, but this is more convenient. I just have a nice little thing, and it reads well, as it kind of shows how much juice I'm extracting. I need 1/3 cup of lemon juice. So that's going to be probably 1 lemon here, I'm thinking. We are going to be pretty good. So I think we're probably pretty close. Just doing a little juggling acting. I think I'm kind of close. I think I'm more like a 1/4 cup, but I don't want to chintz out on the lemon juice because kind of like the basil, it's, you know, everything adds its flavor. So if it's sand, you know, if my recipe says that's what I need, I want to make sure I get it all. So we're going to go for closer to 1/3 of a cup, which I think we're at right now. I'm going to throw that in. And now we just want some salt, you know, season it, right? So I kind of do a little bit of this and that. It's just some real all natural sea salt. And then I also have some herb mer. Typically whenever it says salt in a recipe or whatever, I just kind of go by my senses. All right. So that's all the ingredients we need for now. Like I said, just leave those sunflower seeds out. We're gonna throw this all in. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot the olive oil. So we need 1/2 cup of olive oil. As we're waiting for that to come out. I know it seems like a lot, but remember that you're using this not just for one dish, right? Like I'm making enough that it's going to be able to sit in the fridge and I can use it all week. So there we go. I've got 1/2 cup. And on she goes. We just want to get it all mixed up. Okay, and then now is the time we're going to add those sunflower seeds in. And basically we want the sunflower seeds to go in, but we're just going to pulse them because the sunflower seeds are going to give it a nice texture. Okay, and like I said, I'm just going to pulse it. All right, and mason jars are always my friend. I have lots of mason jars around. So yeah, I'm just going to put it all into a nice little mason jar so that I can throw it in the fridge when I'm done. Whatever I don't use for this fantastic zucchetti pesto dish. You know, I maybe could have processed it just a little bit more, but you still want some of that little bit of grit just so that you've got like that nice pesto, just like, I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, if you've had pesto before in a restaurant, or, you know, you can buy it in a tube or whatever, but it's still heat processed in some sort of way. So this is completely raw. Enzymes are still good and intact in every which way. So this is going to be some pure, delicious flavor to add to any dish that you've got. So now we're going to go on to the second step, which is the zucchini noodles, basically, which is the zucchetti. Check that out. Yummy. There's always, you know, the time to taste it. That's what I love about raw too, is you can taste it at whatever part in the process, and you know what kind of flavor is. Even if you're doing something you're dehydrating, you can taste the batter and you'll know this is going to be good. So yeah, it's a nice, delicious flavor. I am excited for that zucchetti pesto. for that zucchetti pesto. Pesto sauce. Zuchetti pesto. Now that. That's some good stuff. Remember, raw's not boring, and it doesn't have to be a salad. It can be an awesome take on a pasta using raw ingredients. So, you're gonna enjoy this. In the meantime, stay raw shook up. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.